Hello everyone, T-Man978. Right now I'm reviewing Transformers Kingdom Dinobot. He's a Voyager class.
T-Man978 Chill Review.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to fast track this, or long story short it. Anything that I don't specifically say, please pay attention to it while I'm showing this thing around. Like, you can see the texture and the details yourself. So if you don't like whatever you're seeing, you can see it with your own eyes. I'm not going to be pointing out everything. Just know that it has tight joints everywhere except on my copy. This is kind of loose. Every other joint is like almost too daggone tight, to be blunt with you. And the plastic feels decent. And where it's painted well. Anywho, I have no clue what the characterization of this character will be on their TV show, but looking at the face, this is hands down, like, it is definitely Beast Wars Dinobot through and through. They didn't even try to stylize it or anything. Some of the details may be different a little bit, but holy crap, that is Dinobot. It can't be anybody else. Like, some of the other characters have stylized points, but this is almost identical. From talking to my friends, and I think I watched one review, I don't know. A lot of people give it a pass, but when you really pay attention to this midsection, it looks like a big cluster of the whole alt mode just mashed into his body. It's cool that they could do that, but yeah, I do want to say that that does just look like he's packing a lot of weight up in there. But anyhow, let's get into these accessories. If you don't know, he used this on the original Beast Wars show as a shield. His hand would rotate and spin around so he can deflect blasts and whatnot. And he pulled this out. He would reach behind him and this magically appeared, like cartoons do. The sword was like, I guess it was really metal, and it was rotating like a drill. So let's get into this articulation, which is awesome. You probably saw me moving the head around. You can look down that much, look up that much. His head pivots and rotates. He has a joint here, a joint here, another joint here, swivels at the bicep, elbow bends 90 degrees, wrist rotates, wrist goes in and out, more Legend style, and the fingers open like that. So yeah, and he has a 5mm port in the center of his hand, which can make holding regular guns weird. It doesn't have an ab crunch or anything, but it does rotate like that. Legs go all the way out to the side, all the way forward, a little bit more than 90, come back only a tiny bit, swivel right there, knees bend, yeah, I'm gonna say 90. The ankle does this, ankle pivots, and the heel is separate from the front of the foot, so a lot of articulation. As far as weapon storage, you have this. You can plug that into there like that, shut it. And you could, there is like a little tiny peg right there, which corresponds into this. So you can just have that hanging off of his back right there. And no, I do not like that hanging out like that. I don't know why they did that. When it has the little grooves, they could have just put a little opening right there to make it easier if they thought people would have trouble opening that. That looks silly. Well, this is my first time doing this. I think he was slightly more taller than Primal. Like, more taller than this, I mean. But as far as Rat Trap in him, that's probably accurate to what was in the show. Or not, who knows. I have Megatron and Thrilling Rhinox, but they're in beast mode, so y'all gonna have to wait. Transformation. Already did the tail. You've seen what that looks like. Guess what we need to start with. I'm gonna take the feet and clamp them together like that. And we can go ahead and I never know where to freaking start. Bring that out. Bring that up. It unlocks from there, which loosens most of this stuff up right here. I believe this needs to rotate up like that, the shoulder bits. Then we can take this out of here, which are his arms. Take that out of there, which really loosens all of this up. And we can get the head back, and don't worry about that till later, but move these back and shut that over that as best you can. Move this back, bring that up, shut that over that. Now we can bring the head up, bring this tail over there, and put that like that. You can go ahead and attach this. You can only go in there one way. Rotate the feet that way. Same deal over here. The waist right here can rotate. The dinosaur head can come up like that. And we need to take these right here and open that. Open that. I wish the legs like tabbed together or something, but they don't. Bring this up like this and bend the knees forward. This tabs inside of the front of the knees. And these two tabs loosely go into a slot right there. But so we bring that down. Meanwhile, this needs to come between the feet. So I haven't been able to come up with a smooth way to do this. But the feet groove into there if these are in the right spot. So it seems like I got it. Now I'm going to tab that back together because that came loose. What basically makes sure the pegs are in the front of the knees of the robot. Now we can bring this down. Bring that down. If you have this showing right here on the outside, you did it wrong. But basically, once we get the arms in some type of order, it's done. It's a Velociraptor. And yeah, this thing looks, for me, looks a mess. I don't know what he's gonna look like in the show. I think in the show it just looks like a straight up Jurassic Park raptor. Like fully a raptor with no robot parts. But here's what would have helped Beast Wars. They did the same thing that G1 did. If they would have showed you that these things were mechanical animals and they actually looked like this, looked like the toy with visible robot kibble and whatnot, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. But since you can see all that and they didn't do that in the show, I feel like this is just, let me get my thoughts together. It makes it look more like a toy when you can see freaking robot parts under there and whatnot. So yeah, this is the weakest mode. It's not terrible, but it's weak. Here is the face on mine. And I meant to mention, one side, when in robot mode, this eye isn't as covered as this eye, and this eye is kind of looking down while this one's looking straight on my copy. It doesn't have the front teeth again, which some people probably wouldn't even noticed. From certain angles like this, you don't notice it. They painted the tongue, as you can see, but articulation, the head goes down like that. And this neck thing is spring activated. No neck rotation. Hate that. Arms does this, rotates, elbow bends. This is on the ball joint. I don't know why they angled the hands like this, but I saw on some type of prototype image that this was more close to this color. or at least this color. I don't know why they changed it. So what I've been doing is like putting him in a stance like where he's covering his dino boobs. That makes it look a little bit better. Leg articulation, you just have this ankle and the toes and the foot. You could make the legs go out like this, but you're breaking the transformation. I mean, from certain angles, it's not too bad. In this, I wish that dog would stop barking. This does not lock. The first few times I transformed it, this was locked and this was a little bit gappy, but now both of them are gappy. So I don't know what I'm doing. The shoulders can only go up one way, so I can't say I'm doing that wrong. But yeah, and the tail thing, I already mentioned that. So if you don't get it, I feel like the dinosaur mode is the weakest. I wish the neck could rotate, and I wish it didn't have these floppy hands or this gold showing right there. If that was better, or if it had the neck rotation and this was different and that was different, I would be a little bit better. But yeah, there you go. Here it is with Rhinox, Thrilling 30 Rhinox. Here he is with Megatron. And luckily, Megatron, he is a leader class. He can do all or most of the things that I was complaining that this guy doesn't do. Like head movement and up and down. I mean, it is paneling and whatnot. The tail moves, the legs can move more and all that. So yeah, I have a review. You saw it. All right, here's the whole Maximal team in their beast modes and whatnot. So there you go with this. If you want, I can swap out Thrilling Rat Trap, who is ginormous here, especially next to Cheetor. This is simple enough, so I'll do reverse transformation. Pop this tail off, open that up like that, and go ahead and lift the arms out of the way. Move the foot from around that, get that down, rotate, bend the knees to their position, boom, boom. There is no locking point. This is tight. Hopefully that stays tight forever. Open the feet up. Open the feet up. Push the head down like that. All right. Now we can lift this up. Detach this from here. I'm gonna rock all that forward. Bring that back. And bring, or there's a little notch right there that this clips onto. Clip that into place and put that down like that. Now we can open this up, open that up. And this does peg in behind the dino head. And to bring this down, bring this down, and the hands need to rotate like this. There's a little notch right there. It's a little hole that this like lightly, loosely sits in. It doesn't stay well, so I don't let that bug me. I usually just tuck the arms all the way in, and no matter how I have it. And now I'm looking, like I said, that eye is covered, and I don't know what I did differently. Every time I transform this thing, I get different results, but now that's covered and I can't complain about it. But rotate the shoulders, put the hands down, rotate them forward, and he's done basically. Here's this comparison. Rhinox has a lot more bulk, but Dinobot is slightly taller. And here's Megatron. So yeah, appropriately bigger. But anywho, I really like Dinobot. His robot mode is as close to masterpiece as possible as far as a Voyager class retail figure. The only issues, like, you get a slight bit of hollowness right there. I think that's the only real piece of hollowness, and back there and maybe right there. But the quality feels good, but that alternate mode just it looks a wreck for me. I don't really like it that much. Anyhow, I still like him as an overall figure. Thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.